So for Friday, I would go over some proofreading examples of slide templates that work and don't work and give you some pointers on how to do that. In terms of if you wanted to watch a documentary, saw one last night, Inside the Mind of Bill Gates. Is a three-part series that sort of parallels his career at Microsoft with his philanthropic endeavors. Just be careful. Part one is about his work with sanitation, and although that does accurately portray how people live, it is a little graphic. And parts 2 and 3 are about polio eradication and energy, so it's a little easier to stomach, but it talks about some of the traits that helped him succeed in business and are helping him now, instead of just what kind of a person he is. And onto the slide templates. So to look at some exemplars from previous years and see some common errors, not to make light of them, but just to understand what can commonly happen, what are some areas of improvement, and a bit of a checklist of what you need to do. First thing I'd like you to add on your checklist is be sure to edit the template, not the slides themselves. We'll look through this and we see that, okay, there's some colorful slides here. Kind of all variations on a theme, so that was a big strike against this. But let's click on the add new slide. The idea is if you do your slide template, all of your edits are available, and you just hit the plus sign, you get a new slide. It's very quick, but we can see, none of these have been edited. This person would have to make the same customizations over and over again. They didn't go to slide, edit master, and create 5 slides. They just did one and changed the font, and really that's not enough. And also, they didn't save any time by doing this. Like, they can't reuse this for another project. It's colorful, complementary colors, comic book style. It could work, but they did 2 things, and they didn't edit enough of the slide template, and so that's a major strike. Be sure on your checklist that you edit the slide template. Here, you go to slide, edit master, and this is where you make your changes, not over here. All right, here's another one. Okay, so slide, edit master, this is where I'm going to look, and we can see, okay, there's some business themes here. I'd say it's not very exciting. This font is the default font. In some cases, it's not readable. Black on this blue background. No, this is readable. Again, this is not readable. This photo should have been lightened. A filter should have been put on it to make it sort of transparent to a degree. This is not readable. This is very basic. Okay, there's some thoughts here. There was some attempt at customization, but it's plain. And I'd say, okay, stock prices, savings, some kind of meeting. It is business theme, but it doesn't really have a very consistent theme. Here's another one. Okay, so we've got a bit of a nature theme here, and so this under slide, edit master, this student did add this transparency that'll make their slide text look a little better. That's good. That's a good step. That's that kind of customization to make it fit your purpose. We have the northern lights. Then we have the woods. Then we have fire. I guess maybe this is the 4 elements. Then we have the sunset and the beach. And then we have a mountain and some triangles. So there's like some effort here. But probably I'd say we pick one of the visual elements. We pick the forest and the green. We pick the triangles that are transparent, that kind of echo the shape of the mountain, and the blue and yellow. Or we go with a 4 elements type of theme of earth, wind, fire, and air, but all at once, it lacks a little coherency. And again, I think it's a good start, but if to carry it through, to have 5 slides that all fit together, it fell a little short. So here's one from the BBI class. So we go to this. Now this is the template that is out there that's been modified. So under Edit Master, so you can see this is where the person edited the font. We have our title slide here. It's going with some bold colors, some shapes. They inserted a shape here to create the sort of circular pattern, and that circle's going to appear. So here's the quote. Here's some text, and there's two versions of this. I think it's worthwhile having a primarily white slide. You might have this point in your presentation where it's going to be heavy on information, so having all white handy for one or two slides might be useful. And here, there's different variations. There's this color one, there's this white one. So, you could change up your text with the template. Here's one for, a video could play above this. Again, here's another style of text one. Again, we have the simple one and we have the colorful one. Okay, so here's their slide for an image. And if you do this, so there's just a standard background right now. If you have this in your slide deck, you can click on background and make the picture the background that you want. You go to background, you select your image, and you go there. And so how did we get this? I might not have mentioned this the first couple of times. It says click here to edit master text style. This is not like the blank text box. This is not back to that slide. This is not insert text box. It's actually go down insert placeholder, and then you have title, which is the biggest, subtitle, second biggest, body text, which is regular text. So if you wanted to insert one of those, you just go to insert placeholder, and then there it is. And there's some section headings at the bottom. So this presentation uses most of the slides, but this could be reused. There's some extra slides here that would allow it to be reused again, for another, maybe, in kinesiology, the yellow bold color would work. And here's how you can see how it suits the presentation talking about Winston Wolfe. Here's how that image slide looks like. Here's one where there's a subtitle with text on the other side. Here's a section heading. Here's another image slide. It's very, and then at the end, just for a change of pace, they throw in the white slide, and then they throw in a different style of text. These are different styles of slides, but they all fit together because they repeat the yellow and black and white. They repeat the font, and they repeat the circular shape. So this is what I'll be looking for, something that looks as thorough as this. Does the theme go together? In this case, it does. Is it, unique enough? Yes, the font, the circle, it all goes together. Did you remember to edit the title, the template? Did you go to slide, edit master? Those are all the things that I'll be looking at, and hopefully you do very well.